Welcome to the Lobelia guide. Since I've got a request to make a Lobelia guide, so here we go. In this video, I'm going to show you on how to use Lobelia in raid and in PvP. Last part will be her best build. But first, let us familiarize ourselves with Lobelia. Isabel and Lobelia are units with skills that a debuffer can only dream of. As long as you didn't get resisted, Lobelia S3 will inflict 3 of the greatest debuff: attack down, blind, and speed down. The good part, those debuffs apply before the hit, so not even Stylet can deflect it. Of course, immunity can stop it since Lobelia S3 got no dispel. Next is about her S2. Before you use her S2, it is recommended that you use her S3 first. Why? Because with the more debuff the enemy has, she will push the enemy's AP back by an extra 10% per debuff. The best is 30%, so with 3 debuffs from her S3, that is a total of 60% AP pushback. Remember, it is an AoE AP pushback. I'll show you how useful it is later. Anyways, on top of that, her S2 can extend the enemy's debuff duration by 1 round. The good part, all of her skills have a short cooldown. As for her basic attack, she can boost her own HP and is doubled if the enemy has a debuff, which is really good considering she got a decent base speed. And it is not just her AP boost that got doubled, but also her S1 damage. As for her skill upgrade, maximizing her skill is optional, but you only want to get a +3 on her S3 and S2. It is time for the showcase, shall we? Now, let me show you on how to use Lobelia in raid. We can use Lobelia for blue and red raid. The goal of using her in the first team is to use her as a debuff planner, literally. In order to make this team works, you need a Chihaya as her company. Kagura will be the preferred healer, and Isabel here is just an extra. You can swap Isabel for Caroline for more cooldown reduction. Anyways, let's go. So, as you might have already know, first, let's plan as much debuff to the enemy as possible. Then, the first debuff extension going to be done by Chihaya. Since Lobelia provides a speed down, as long as your Lobelia is fast enough, you don't need to worry much about the boss AP. Why? Because you can push the boss AP back, as well as extending the debuff duration on the boss. And voila, that is how you use Lobelia in raid or PvE. Rinse and repeat this process until you set up enough debuff for the next 2 to 3 teams. Just remember, if your healer already on low HP and most of your team already died, don't heal. Let her die so the next team can go. Lobelia in PvP time. Well, let me show you something interesting. Lobelia blends well with Mel, so this is the team I'll be using. Let's go. Watch this beautiful sight. Watch this even more beautiful sight. Well, enjoy the rest of the video.
胸があるわね。さばきを行けよ。ボスが大好き。うが今回はここもこれでどうだ。こんなのってないよ。圧勝なり。武具の手入れは頼ん。本気にさせたな。当たれ。少しはやるじゃないか。少しはやるじゃないか。もうダメ。切る。撃て。本気にさ民衆たちを守らってさばき。度胸があるわね。アムロボスうがち当たれ。切る。指揮官ターゲットラララ撃て。うがちアムロボスこんなのってないよ。圧勝なり。武具の手入れは頼んだ。